So yeah, the cramps were really bad. It was so bad in the hospital, they had to give me one of them really heavy ones, one of them really heavy pills. Am I allowed to say that word? Damn, I didn't think about that. I don't remember which one it was. I just know I don't like taking those because they make me dizzy, and then I can't. There was already no brain activity as it was. It seems because I was doing a lot of stupid shit and putting up with way too much shit. But I didn't need anything extra. So yeah, I ended up frustrated, absolutely frustrated. We actually ended up switching her over to freaking formula because I just couldn't do it anymore. I was trying to pump, I could barely move. Washing all of those parts was really difficult, and like the the thing is I was thinking about when my mom wouldn't be there anymore, and she had literally caught up on all the fucking cleaning, done all the freaking stuff, like, and like she did all the cooking. She freaking washed the bottles, but I wasn't producing anything. And I was trying to relax. I really was. I was sleeping a lot too. Like, I was unconscious most of that fucking time, I think, when I wasn't, feeding the baby or tending to her. And I nearly cried all the tears of my life when it was time for I don't even think I told her bye because I was devastated that she was leaving and I was going to be all alone again with no fucking help. Because he sat on the game the entire fucking time. Now that there was somebody else doing all the other stuff. Now, I'm a gamer too. I understand that need to play games and stuff. But this was just, it was too much. And so I put up with it for another couple months, actually, before I was just like, I used to just be like, this is life. This is all I've got. This is as good as it gets. But something clicked in me. And I was like, this can't be it. This can't be it. I cannot just die here like this in this misery. Not feeling happy. I love my children and I would do anything for them, but like, I can't even just see something cute that I want for them and just get it. And by this point, by the time I had actually had the second kid, I had run completely out of all the money that I had left. And I had tried to start a business during the time that I wasn't able to get a job. And like, I was mixing my products together because I was going to start like a hair thing, and like do some, like, start trying to make some perfumes and stuff with the flowers and stuff that I was growing, and like grow some like fruits and vegetables because I had enough space to do that. And I was trying to tend to my plants. All I needed was a fucking hour. But instead of watching the kid, which I hate saying that because you're not supposed to be watching the kid, you're supposed to be parenting. So I literally asked him directly, face to face, can you watch her so that I can do this? Because I needed to replant my seedlings because I had them in the little seedling things and they needed to be put into a bigger pot. And I was mixing dirt and what do you call that? The really loose powdery dirt. I forget what it's fucking called, but it creates this dust that gets in your nose and then you snot black. Um, I had to stop in the middle of doing that because he was playing games and she had run past him and gotten over to where I was, so I went off, of course. I just fucking, I lost it. I was just like, are you fucking serious? You could not fucking watch her for maybe an hour, probably actually 30 minutes, but because I keep having to like stop what I'm doing to, you know, get her, this is becoming a problem. So yeah, that was frustrating the shit out of me. And the thing is I couldn't even complain to anybody because I didn't have any fucking friends and all of that. And yeah, um, I couldn't ask anybody else to help. His mom volunteered, but I had actually decided that I wasn't going to talk to her anymore because the last time she came over to help, um, what was it? Yeah, she had come over to help, to give me a break. I spent the entire time cleaning the house, and that was with the first kid. Yeah, it was close to, I want to say it was when the kid was 6 months. She was 6 months old, and yeah, she had come over to like watch her, play with her until I was done cleaning up the house and took a shower and all of that. So I did all of that, and then she said something, and I think it was about the kid's hair. And now, usually, I'm sensitive about that shit, and I'm aware that I'm sensitive about that shit. So I took the time to think first before actually responding. And then she relayed to her son that it felt like all the air was sucked out of the room. And that made me fucking cry to no fucking end because it's just like, I'm so tired of people reading into me just being this fucking overly aggressive, mean fucking person when I was just taking a minute to respond in a way that, you know, didn't seem threatening or like I was taking offense to what she said. And so yeah, I fucking, that shit made me cry. Not to mention, she ended up saying the full hard ER on the phone while she was on speaker with him. And I was just like, luckily my freaking kid wasn't in the room. Like, what the hell? And so yeah, I had stopped talking to her by then. I was just like, I'm done. I'm not gonna keep putting up with this bullshit. Because, you know, it's not my mother. And so, yeah, I was over it. And um, on top of that, the only time we ever actually encountered each other was when the second child had been born. And I actually ended up taking the child from her because she was drunk and the child wasn't quite holding up its head yet. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. Like, nobody would say anything. So I had to, like, no, like, I just, like, I took the child back and I wouldn't give her up to anybody. Like, literally, one of the other family members who was actually the only person that I really trusted, she was just like, I promise you, I'm not gonna give the baby to her, but let me get you a break. Mind you, everybody else would automatically take the baby so that I could eat. I had to ask their father to do that. Every time. From child number one to child number two. And it wasn't until like I had really experienced that the second go around that I realized that, oh, this is real fucked up, because like, why is it that people who don't live with me can easily see that I need to eat and actually give me a chance to eat hot food, but the one who does live with me can't? It didn't compute. It did not compute. So yeah. But you know, I can't talk to anybody about this because I have no friends, I have no job, I have nowhere to go. So yeah. Next.